It's cheaper for us to hire a custom harvester than it is to run our own machine.
We can't cut it quick enough, fast enough, and we need the extra help.
Our custom silage cutters can do as much in 2 or 3 days as we used to be able to do in 2 weeks.
We take it off fast, and we provide all the equipment and all the people that's needed to do it.
Makes a huge difference to us, not having to have all that capital tied up.
I'm letting the harvesters, put up with the hassle, and I'm not putting up with it.
I'm really fortunate. When our crews show up, they know where the fields are, they know the landlord divisions, they know the splits, they know the directions back and forth in the field. We're just extremely fortunate. Oftentimes they have the combines unloaded in the first week delivered to town before I even know they're there.
Everything is becoming more urbanized, and there are less people involved with agriculture all the time.
Somebody has to be out there looking out for that industry because the legislators themselves won't.
We all face that anymore with so many regulations in regard to transportation, trucking,
fuel transportation, length laws,
employee issues,
insurance issues.
If you don't speak with a unified voice, you're not heard. Custom harvesters are like any farm organization. They're there to kind of look out for the organization and the entire industry.
We tried hiring attorneys in Washington, D.C. for us, lobbyists in Washington, D.C. for us, and found out the best results came from when we talked for ourselves. And we have members from California, clear back through the Midwest, and clear to Pennsylvania we have members. So that helps us as far as getting our voice heard from more than one state level when we go to Washington.
When there are the issues that you have to work on, we really count on those voices.
The more people you have, the louder your voice is going to be.
When I first started going to Washington with the U.S. Custom Harvesters 3 or 4 years ago, we had to explain who we were. Nowadays we walk in there and they know who we are. And they know us. We walk in and they just, yeah, we'll listen to your causes.
So if somebody can help make it easier with less complications, then that's a benefit for everybody, farmers as well as the harvesters. You can pull into an area where there's always 5 combines where there should be 1, and there's areas where there are no combines, where they need several.
And a lot of the permits and regulations, that type of thing that you're supposed to know going into a state, unless you make that effort of calling, you have no idea what's been changed.
You can't play dumb. You have to know the rules and the regulations now. Our job is to keep our members informed. Everything from moving equipment up and down the road, the state laws, the federal laws, labor issues, all of that is benefits of being in this organization. I mean, we address those problems every day.
As members of U.S. Custom Harvesters, it gives you some peace of mind knowing that they are aware of the issues in relation to both federal and state regulations and laws, and have proper liability insurance and the things that we're all concerned about when you have someone else operating on your particular farm.
We place ads in different papers. We have a website.
You could go to the website and find somebody who is listed.
People can contact the office, and then we call members.
And if you're needing a job, well, you call in and they may have one for you. And that the organization has a good reputation, so it helps you there also.
And we have worked through our labor issues where we have figured out how to get labor enough to run big equipment.
From our handout books to our membership directories to our ability to call into the office to acquire more work, labor issues. I mean, those are all issues that we cover every day for our members. And if you are a member, you have access to that. And if you're not, you're going to be on your own.
If you ever come to the convention, there's everything you've ever wanted and dreamed of there for a harvester.
The major equipment dealers show up there, bring their combines. That way when you're in the field and you got problems, you know the person to talk to. You don't just call a phone number and get somebody. You've actually shaken somebody's hand and you know who you're talking to.
We've got silage trailers, grain carts, and guys that sell tires, and the insurance.
Getting to know our DOT Highway patrolmen, they'll come and set up a booth where you can shake their hand and talk to them and sit down and tell them your concerns.
And other than that, I mean, just like I said, just the camaraderie you have with all the other harvesters once a year and get together with them and just have a good time.
It's all about the relationship you make with the people. And you get all that from our convention.
I've met a lot of different guys at the convention that I work with and for.
And by talking to all those other people, you've got that possibility of helping somebody, you've got that possibility of a different job that'll help you out in a situation.
Some kind of a weather problem or something would hold him up while he could refer another harvester to come get my work done.
And they will, recommend somebody. Yeah, I know, this person over here does a good job. We know him. He's a reputable harvester, and he'll do you a good job.
It's really been a benefit to me to be in the organization because you can rely on these people to be there and help you out.
It's good to know the other harvesters. There's more work than one guy can do, so you've got to get along amongst your peers.
When we go to convention and we're with all the other harvesters, I don't see them as competition.
It's not competition. There's competition out there all the time, no matter what. Everybody competes with everybody. I don't care if you're harvesters or if you're farmers. Your best friend can be your biggest competition in some cases. But knowing, where those jobs are, where the deficiencies are, or where the surpluses are, helps spread those machines around and helps keep those machines busy.
I think to everybody's benefit that everybody keeps communicating and can get people where they need to be.
The more we can all work together, the better off we'll all be.
I think the most feedback that I hear from people is just the fact of the relationships that you develop, the time of being together, being in the same industry, knowing what a harvester is. There's even my kids, they just love going to convention and being around the people who know what a custom harvester is.
It's a pretty close-knit organization, really.
All the custom harvesters are good people to be around and really enjoyed that. And it's just made my business grow.
It will make you a better business person.
I think the organization is strong. I think the harvesting is going to continue to be a vital part of agriculture, and I really think it might get better.
To be part of this organization is one of the best things that I have ever done in my life. And my wife will stand beside me and say the same thing. We've really benefited from being a part of the USCHI.